Okay, let's talk about something that could totally change your next trip to the dentist. And here's a hint. It has nothing to do with a quieter drill or some fancy new gadget. Nope, it's way more human than that.
If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. That feeling, that little bit of anxiety, it's super common. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? Today, we're going to unpack why that happens and the surprisingly simple key to making it better.
So where does this fear even come from? Well, for a lot of us, it's not just a one-time thing. It's actually a vicious cycle that, according to research, can feed on itself and actually make your dental health worse.
Just look at how this loop works. It all starts with that anxiety, right? That feeling makes you avoid your checkups. But then, skipping appointments means a tiny problem can turn into a big one, which means you end up needing more serious treatment. And guess what? That just makes the original fear even stronger, and the cycle starts all over again.
So, the big question is, how do we break out of this? Well, the answer is this kind of underrated superpower in healthcare. It's not tech, it's not a new procedure, it's just good old-fashioned communication.
And just to be clear, we're not talking about small talk about the weather here. In healthcare, communication is a real skill. It means actually, systematically using techniques to listen to a patient's worries, to help lower their anxiety, and to build a real positive relationship.
And listen, this isn't just some feel-good idea. This is backed by literally decades of science. Building trust isn't just nice, it's a clinically proven way to get better results. And it really all comes down to one thing.
Trust. That's the foundation of everything. Think about it. Without trust, you're not going to feel comfortable, you might not follow advice, or you might not even show up. And that trust isn't built with complicated machines. It's built with simple, human stuff. Empathy, really listening, and just explaining things clearly. And the evidence for this is just overwhelming. Get this, a massive review of research, we're talking 41 years worth of studies, found the exact same thing over and over again. Patient trust is a huge driver of success. So this isn't some new fad, it's a core part of good medicine.
So how is this trust actually built? Well, the research points to these 4 pillars. First, empathy. Really trying to see things from the patient's point of view. Second, active listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. Third, giving clear, simple explanations. And finally, just being honest and transparent about everything.
Okay, so let's bring this all back to you. We've talked about how it works, but what's the so what here? What are the actual tangible benefits for you when your dentist nails this communication thing?
Honestly, the difference is like night and day. On one hand, bad communication, well, it leads straight back to that vicious cycle of fear and confusion. But on the other hand, good communication, that leads to feeling comfortable, to actually understanding what's going on, and to way better health in the long run.
And we can get even more specific about what this unlocks for you. When the communication is there, you can share information more openly. You get clearer options, and you actually get to be a partner in making decisions. And the result of all that? Less anxiety, feeling happier with your care, and, most importantly, better health outcomes. It's a total win-win.
All right, so we've looked at the problem, the solution, and the proof. But really, the whole point of this is to turn all this information into something you can actually use.
It means you can and should expect this. You can look for a dentist who really listens, who explains things in a way that makes sense, and who treats you like you're on the same team. And it means recognizing that your feelings of comfort and trust aren't just a bonus. They are absolutely essential to getting good care.
So as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one thought. All those tools, the drills, the mirrors, the x-ray machines, they're obviously important. But the science is pretty clear. The most powerful tool your dentist has might just be the one they use to build that bridge of trust with you. And that right there is something worth smiling about.